Hi all. So this is part six. Not really sure where to begin on this. I have made myself some notes so that I can try and cover as many notes as possible, and we'll try and go from there. I hope you're all doing well. I haven't made a video recently for a few days, or maybe more than a few days, because I always feel really anxious about, well, doing videos, and I really suck at this whole video making thing. So I'm trying my best here, and here we are. This is part six, I guess. I've said that already, but here we are. It is part six. So yeah, why do I think I'm autistic? Um, I just there's just so many stuff. But here's a few things that I struggle with, or that have been apparent in my life that it's always been like an issue. Um, God, this is harder than it sounds. It's like it's just read off a list, and explain the list. But it's like it's so difficult. All right, so struggling to tell lies to make people feel better. What do I mean by that? So, for instance, if someone was to come up to me and say, "What do you think of this?" I don't know. They've got like a new hat on their head or something, and they're absolutely loving their hat or whatever. Um, I would feel really awkward and not know how to not know how to. I mean, in person it'd be like even more difficult. But like for a text message, if someone sent me a picture, a photograph or something with them in the new hat, and say, "What do you reckon of my new hat? Does it look really cool and stuff?" I'll be like, "Yeah, um, not sure really. It looks okay. Yeah, it's a nice hat. I suppose I would be lying. I suppose, but it's like there wouldn't be like loads of enthusiasm where I'd be like, "Yay, you look fabulous. You look excellent." Do you know what I mean? Um, I don't know. I've always struggled with that, like in relationships and stuff. If someone says, do I look nice?" And and if I don't think they do, I'll be like, I'm not sure. I don't really like that top or whatever. It's not great. Do you know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be saying. I mean, maybe you should. Maybe telling the truth is the best policy. Who knows? But I feel like sometimes that can hurt people's feelings, and I don't know. It's really awkward. I feel like I'm explaining this completely wrong. Um, I don't know. I get really. I don't know how to respond to people when they send me like a picture of themselves, and I feel like I don't know how to respond, or how I feel about that picture. Um, if like for instance, like if someone sends me a picture and I'm not attracted to them, and they're like, "Do you think I look beautiful in that?" I'll say, "You look lovely," because I do. I think everyone's beautiful in their own way anyway. That just goes without saying. But I don't know. Like it's hard to praise someone when I don't feel that thing myself because it doesn't feel authentic. It feels like I'm lying or something. I just don't feel it. However, if I've said to you you're gorgeous or you look beautiful, take that as a compliment. That literally means you're gorgeous and you're beautiful. At least from my opinion. I mean, everyone's gorgeous and beautiful in their own way. Let me put that out there, because we are. We're all individuals. We all have different tastes. We all have different likes. But yeah. So if I say to you, "You look beautiful in a photograph," it's because I genuinely mean them words. I'm not just throwing that out there and saying you look beautiful if I don't mean it. I don't do that. I just, yeah. So that's one thing. I struggle to tell small lies, even white lies. I really, really struggle with them because it just doesn't feel authentic. All right, next one. I get upset when I can't go to the toilet but need to go. All right. Oh yeah. So like for instance, if I'm on the toilet, so I suffer a lot with. I mean, this is very personal, but we're trying to be honest here. I've got bowel problems for whatever reason. I don't know if that's just a medical thing that I suffer with or whatever. Lots of people have bowel problems where they can't go. I suffer with constipation. So sometimes if I'm ready to leave the house or I'm in the middle of doing something, I don't know. Let's just say, for instance, I'm building a jigsaw, which, to be fair, I haven't done that in God knows how many years, 10, 15 years maybe longer. So that's something I'm planning to do. I actually saw a jigsaw the other day. I know we're going a bit off topic here. In the library, and I thought, "Oh wow, they got jigsaws here." I miss doing that as a child. I used to love building jigsaws. So that's something I've always wanted to redo, if you will. Not redo not redo that Pacific jigsaw, of course, but redo building jigsaws in general. Um, Pretty sure you got that. Anyway, back to the topic of the original one. So bowel problems, or can't go or whatever. So say I was building a jigsaw, as the example I was giving, and I had to stop building it, and I go to the toilet, and I'm thinking, well, going to the toilet usually takes like 5 minutes. Even if you're slightly constipated, it can take up to 5 minutes tops. So I'll do that, and I'll be in and out. And I know that I'm expecting to do that. And then once I've finished doing that, and I go and do the jigsaw, everything's fine because that's what I set out to do. However, if I'm constipated and I can't go, I start to get suddenly frustrated. I get to the point where I'm actually crying, not because I'm in pain or anything like that, just because I can't go. And I feel like my plans have been ruined. Everything's not going well as I planned. It's worse if I'm having to go somewhere. So if I'm on the verge of going out the door, I'll usually I'll plan to go to the toilet an hour in advance, just so that I got way loads of time. Because if I go 15 minutes to go, I better go now because we're going to have a long trip to Edinburgh or whatever, and you're going to be on the bus for a long time or the train or whatever. We usually get the bus because I get a free pass, but that's a whole different story. The point is, if I'm going to be on a bus ride for this long, I don't want to be like needing the toilet because that's just uncomfortable, and I don't like going to public toilets anyway. It's really difficult just being out in public. I find that very jarring as it is, like going to the public toilet and needing to do such a thing, and worse still, being stuck in a public toilet is even worse, which has happened before, and it's awful. It's just awful being stuck there, especially if you need to fart. Not to be so rude or anything, but it's like, and you're trying not to. It's just, yeah, and people are in the cubicle next to you. It's like, oh my god, it's so embarrassing. So yeah, you get the idea. It's awful times. So this is not one of the topics I really wanted to cover, but I thought we'd cover it anyway. So yeah, being upset emotionally to the point where like I feel like something's interrupting what I was doing, and that's generally upsetting. I don't like having things interrupted. It causes me to feel sad, angry. I go through all the emotions. It's like my emotions just go from angry, sadness, and feeling really low, and it just gets you thinking, why I gotta go through this? And it shouldn't be that big a deal, but it really is. It becomes a big deal. So I get overstimulated, if you will. Next one. If the weather, yeah. So for instance, the same sort of idea. If I'm going outside and I've got like, I don't know, my ears on, and I'm thinking I'm gonna wear these ears out today, which I wear out every day. Let's be honest. And I knocking the camera over. Apparently, let's not do that. Kicking it apparently. Sorry about that. Yeah, so if I'm going outside and I'm in the weather, and the weather's nice and sunny, or it's a cool day, and I'm thinking I'll dress for this, or I'll like wear a top or whatever, and I've got like a cardigan on, I'm thinking this is warm enough, it's cool. And then it starts getting really windy and my ears are blowing off, and I'm thinking, oh my god, that starts to upset me. Or if I've just straightened my hair, which I haven't done my hair. I mean, I've styled it in the style like I've put it like it is now, but I haven't actually done it. I haven't brushed it per se. I've just like sort of hand brushed it with my fingers, like put it around like this. So I don't know. I just thought I'd try this out. Oh, I got some new earrings. I think that's why I was trying this out. I wanted to show my new earrings. So these little cats, I think they're kind of cute. You can see them there. And I have this one on this side, which is a different cat, because I figured two different ones always looks nice. Mix it up a bit. I don't like wearing the same things. Like with the socks, I don't want to wear the same socks. Like essentially, I don't want to wear the same earrings, so I guess that's what I'm kind of doing there. I've kind of gone off track. Oh yeah, weather. So if I'm going out and I've straightened all my hair's looking immaculately, like really straightened, it's looking really nice. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling gorgeous. Not that I feel gorgeous very often, but if I'm feeling good looking and I'm feeling happy with my presence, which is something I always battle with. I've got low self-esteem, but I always try and give myself a lot of self-love, because I feel like if you love yourself enough, then it's going to make your life a little bit easier. Then I always think of this theory: always treat yourself like you would your best friend. So if you're going to like, say you had an ugly best friend, which luckily I don't, but this is say you did, and you thought like, oh my god, not that you would ever think, oh my god, my friend was horrific or whatever, but that would be not very nice. But I mean, I can't even imagine that. The point is, you can't even imagine that. So why would you be cruel to yourself? We tend to be harsher on ourselves when it comes to looks than we are with other people. So if you're going to treat your friend with love and respect, you should treat yourself with love and respect. I mean, from my point of view, I've never had a friend that's been ugly though. I've always had really, really pretty friends. I don't know if it's just been around a lot of pretty people, and I suppose it makes me more insecure seeing how easy they get on with their life when they're doing their hair and their makeup and stuff, and they just get on with it. It's like, I wish I could just do that. Like I struggle doing makeup. I struggle doing anything like that. I've always struggled when it comes to that sort of stuff. I guess that's just something. I don't know. I get overwhelmed when I'm trying to get ready. I've never. This wasn't what I was going to cover, but yeah, getting ready to go out is very overwhelming, and can take me an extra hour than it should. And even then, I don't tend to wear makeup because I get overwhelmed. I have to wash it all off, or I make a mess. I'm not. I get scared to make risks and to do makeup and stuff in case I get it all wrong. Um, but yeah, sorry about that. Trying to go off topic. So the point is, you should always be kind to yourself like you would others. So kind of went off topic with that. Back to the weather thing. So if the weather's going to be like messy and feel like it's going to mess your hair up and stuff, and you feel like I get really sad because it's like, well, now you're messing in my hair up. It's like the weather's being mean to me. Like, how dare you be cruel to me? And it's not like the weather's all for me. Like, we all share the same bloody weather. I mean, technically we don't. The weather's different in different parts of the regions, but you get what I mean. In my region where I live, we're all sharing the same weather. We're all having to go through it. If it's pouring down with rain, if it's snowing, we all have to go through that together. And I'm sure that affects everyone. Atypical people, neurodiverse people, it affects everyone. But it's how we respond to it is what I'm referring to here. And for me, I get really overstimulated, upset. I get really sad to the point where I just want to burst into tears again. I guess I'm quite an emotional person. I didn't even realize it. Um, all my life, I've struggled with just simple stuff that should be considered quite simple, straightforward. Like having to put on a coat. I bought myself this coat and it's really padded and stuff, and it's like it looks nice. I personally don't like it anymore because I feel like whenever I'm on a bus next to my partner, I always feel like it's dead bulky and takes up so much space. I always feel too hot in it, which is another thing we've already talked about feeling hot and cold. Never been able to regulate my own temperature. So all these type of things are really frustrating. But I feel like I don't know. I find that really difficult. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought having changes when the weather's going to be one thing, especially British weather, or in my case in Scotland. I suppose it is British weather. As much as I feel I'm class myself as Scottish, I still live on the British Isles, so therefore I class it as British weather. But either way, yeah. So that's really difficult having to deal with weather like that. I mean, Scotland, you could argue, has its own weather anyway because it's mainly raining here all the time. Although believe that's more of a myth because recently it's been quite sunny. But the saying goes, if something like I can't remember how it goes exactly. It's something like if there's a if it's not raining, then there'll be clouds in the sky. If there's no clouds in the sky, it's because it's already raining. Something along the lines of that. It's not quite like that, but you get the idea. Anyway, I'm going to go to the next question. If you bear with me a second, which apparently I've left this to close because I'm stupid. Well, I'm not stupid. I shouldn't be mean to myself. One second, bear with me a second. Sorry about this. All my notes are on this phone, and the phone automatically locked, and I'm having to type the password in to unlock the phone. Because I keep forgetting, and I think I just messed it up because I'm. Oh, two more warnings. Bear with me. Okay, I'm going to focus on the phone because if I don't, see, stress with this sort of stuff. This is causing. They're going to open or not? After 1 minute, the failed attempt or whatever. Alright, finally got that. Whew. I had one more attempt. I kept getting it wrong. Stress. The idea of having to sort passwords out while you're on a video call is not nice. Like, I'm so sorry about that. I could have paused it and I still could cut this. But you know what? I'm gonna not cut it. I want these videos to be as authentic as possible, so that people can see like daily struggles. And I mean, you might think, well, typing a password, it shouldn't be a daily struggle. But I guess being on camera shouldn't be this complicated. But I can't concentrate whilst talking to you lot and also trying to sort this out. Anyway, I hate it when websites change. So like again, it's I guess to do with change. We talked about this the other day when changes happen to plans and stuff. But it's also changes to do with like websites, like Facebook changing, for instance, or I don't know, a phone update, and it's different. You get the idea. If something changes, it takes a lot for me to get used to, and again, I get upset. I feel like I get angry. I get frustrated. Like, why are they changing that for? How dare they change that? It's the whole world against me. Do you know what I mean? I know the world's not against me, and it's not like that at all. But in them moments, you kind of think like that. You kind of think like, why is this happening to me? You know what I mean? And it's not happening to you. It's happening to everyone, and it's for the better good. Maybe I say maybe. I'm throwing that in there. It's supposed to be an improvement, but sometimes it just doesn't feel like it. It's like my computer game updated in the way that it collects data from the server the other day when I do like shopping lists on the game and manage all the money in the game, and the way that you can now pull the data to get the money that's essentially working out what people have sold and all that data. So you know what prices to list items for. Essentially, that's all been messed up because of the way the server now acts. So that's been stressing me out, and because it's broken currently, because the developers have managed to break something, which let's be honest, most developers do manage to do that. Um, yeah, so that's kind of annoying. As a child, I used to tiptoe around on my feet a lot. I mean, I still do that now. Not tiptoe as much. I walk on the front of my feet. Watch you don't knock that over, Cookie. Sorry, my cat's downstairs. Downstairs? My cat's down here on the floor. And I don't want her to knock this over because I'm in the middle of recording. Oh God, why am I so bad at this? I also notice I'm really struggling to keep looking at the camera, but whatever. It is what it is. You're getting me. It's fine. We'll do what we do. I reckon this this video is going to be like a complete car crash, but we're just gonna. This is part 6. Deal with it. Again, I'm not fully prepared. I literally threw these notes together as quick as possible. So because I've been really struggling recently to even well, I say get out of bed. I've been getting out of bed. I just really struggle in general to do a lot of stuff. It's been really difficult. Another one as well, when I was a child, my parent asked me to carry a cornflake box. Well, it's one of the largest cornflake boxes, to be fair. And I was a child, and it was massive to me, and it was awkward and uncomfortable. I felt overstimulated by it. It wasn't heavy, and I was like, it's too heavy, I don't want to carry it. Because I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know how to describe what bulky meant at the time. To me, that was heavy in its own little way. It was more awkward, it was bashing into me. I was getting overstimulated by it, I didn't like it. And I remember crying all the way home, and my mum's like, wait till you get home and stuff. And it didn't end well, to be honest, when I got home. It wasn't great. I'm not going to make my mum out to be this horrible person, but she wasn't a nice person either when it came to that. And I guess she didn't understand my needs back then because it was more undiagnosed and unheard of, I suppose. But I was just a little kid, and to her it's just like my brothers weren't having a problem, and only I was. So I don't know. Maybe she thought I was just being awkward. I wasn't. I was just being overstimulated. In hindsight, let's have a look. Oh, this is awkward. I'm trying to think of other stuff that I'm kind of shaking here. Look at that, shaking. I don't want to like. You probably can't see it on camera. I don't want to go into that. I'm just nervous, I suppose. I guess we'll go into something more positive. So I've started collecting some badges since I thought I wanted to embrace more the real me. So I've started collecting these, as you can see. It's hard for me to read that because it's backwards. It basically says, behind every strong woman is her cat. Yeah, so that one. And then you've got like, I'm perfect. I think, did I cover these the other day? I think I covered them for my friend. I can't remember. Don't tell me what to do. It's got a knife in its thing. Not that I'm violent or anything, but I thought it's kind of cute. And it's got killing it. It's here as in like, it's like a double meaning, I guess. Like as in you're killing it, as in like you've got it down, you're hot or whatever. I don't know. You've got everything's going well or whatever. I don't know. You're killing it, I suppose. And there's like a black cat with a knife again. So again, it's kind of cool. This one up here is like antidepressants. 3 hugs a day. I thought that's really cute. My actual friend Tegan bought me a couple of these. She bought me this one. Was it 4 she got me? And these ones over here. This one here, which says, life is hard, get more cats. I mean, I can agree with that. I've got 4 cats already. And then we've got this one here, keep calm and love cats. Keep calm and love cats. I've got other ones coming, but I've just essentially been collecting all these. So as you can see them, that's something I've been collecting. I've also been collecting Salvanian families, which I've always wanted to collect since I was a child, but was never allowed them. So I've been collecting them. So I've been starting to collect stuff. I don't know. I feel like I should be covering more stuff, but I just don't know what I'm covering. I've come in here kind of half ready to do this. If that makes any sense. I guess I could pause it and go from there and see what happens. Um, in other news, I've got like an appointment coming up from the Citizen Advice, who are going to help me put some stuff in place to help me get a little extra help. Also, they're going to help me get my referral, or at least to try and get a referral towards my autism. How would you say that? Autistic or autism? I suppose autism diagnosis. Or would you say autistic? I don't know. Either way, they're going to help me with that. So hopefully they'll be able to help me get in the right direction. I've also got friends, my friend Catherine, who's writing stuff up, who's making loads of notes. Um, she's actually been watching these videos actually and making notes from these and observing them. So I guess observe away. This is me here. Yay! I'm joking. I don't know. It's life can be hard at times. Yeah, life can be hard. I think life's hard for everyone at some points. I think for people who are autistic or neurodiverse in general are going to find it a lot harder in some ways when it comes to communication and learning and essentially meeting people, getting to know people. Because that's the one thing I've always lacked. I've always lacked um, friendships and stuff. I think I've covered this in another video because I don't know whether the friends are being sincere or not. My current friend Tegan, I feel like she's couldn't be any more sincere than than anyone. If that makes sense. She's always been kind to me, so I'm noticing the difference between this friend versus a friend I had when I was a child. There's a complete difference. A friend I had as a child would make me do silly things, um, and would have made fun of me, but I would do them anyway because I wanted them to like me. Whereas I don't feel I need to do anything to impress Tegan. She's just a friend for being a friend. Um, I'm trying to make this the same length of time. I feel like in my mind I have to make this 30 minutes long. I don't know why. It's 22 minutes currently, and I feel like if I don't make it 30 minutes long, it's just not perfect. It's like, oh my god, it's a short video and this is not good. It needs to be 30 minutes. All the other ones are roughly 30 minutes long, and this one's only 22 minutes. Oh god. But yeah, I could show you my cat. This is my eldest cat, Cookie. So maybe we can cuddle her if she lets us cuddle her. Look, look, she's not wanting to. Oop. I don't want to. I don't want to hold her there if she doesn't want to. I feel like I'm just trying to make fillers now at this point. Anyway, I hope everyone's keeping well. I suppose I should end it here. It's a bit shorter. I'm gonna become. I'm gonna become. I'm gonna become. I'm gonna become more prepared. I'm gonna try and be more prepared next time and have everything sorted. I actually did a little recording before this video of what I was gonna do, but I kind of look ridiculous. But you know what? I suppose I could shot that on there just to show you how vulnerable and how difficult this is, and how sometimes I don't know what you would call it, where you just feel like you need to pull silly faces or whatever, and it's kind of embarrassing. The weirdest part is I know that I'm going to be showing this, but I don't want to do any more funny faces right now because if I do, it kind of feels weird. Whereas I'll cut to that and go back to myself. I don't know. Yeah. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add that part in now. Hi again. So it's me. I guess this would make it part 6. No, I'm joking. God, I have no idea what to say. Trying to see how I look. And then that's me returned. I didn't actually return. I mean, I was here. I could show you that as the unreturned part, but I'm not going to return it. Throw that in there first, and then you'll see this part. And this is just me saying goodbye. I guess we're going to leave it at 20 odd minutes this time. All right. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll try and be more organized next time and get more better videos because I feel like this is a bit boring. And I don't mean to be, and I feel like I'm not covering the points very well to how I'd want them to be. I feel like I can't explain them very well. And I think that's half the problem as well. I feel like trying to explain stuff as someone who's neurodiverse is really difficult. And maybe it's not. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just difficult to explain stuff. I don't know. But either way, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Technically, I won't actually see you because I don't see you. You see me. You'll see me next time, I suppose. Alright, well, bye for now.